I'm watching Enola Holmes. What is today? Thursday afternoon at like 5-ish o'clock. And I've had a very emotional day. I'm preparing to go watch my daughter graduate and from college. And I watched Brave last night, and I'm watching this today, and these movies have been calling to me for quite some time. And I want to share this because, as I've sent a few very, very heartfelt, loving, emotional recordings to friends today, I mean, it made me cry, it made me weep and mourn, but also release this, long pent up sadness and grief and sorrow and pain and untapped potential. And watch this. And I watched this with my daughter. One, there's so many things that are happening here that are profound. The first time I watched it was released in 2020-ish, 2019. So I was still drinking, and I remember watching it with her. So she was a young woman at the time. Like, just getting ready to go, probably in high school. COVID. And I was drinking, and I had my own shit going on. I'm like, my life is hard. I only see you 50% of the time, and I'm traveling, and I'm trying to keep a mortgage, and I bought a house, and I got a job, and I'm going to travel, and I'm trying to get this guy to like me, and dating, and I got divorced, and yes, it's hard, and I'm gonna buy a house, and I'm doing all of these things, and this little girl who's getting ready to go out and be a woman is watching this movie with me, and I'm like drinking wine because I fucking deserve it. I deserve this wine. And I probably fell asleep during the movie. I probably didn't pay attention. I probably had to rewind it. I probably had to pause it so I could get up and get more wine. Now listen, I don't sit and watch movies. I can't. It's very hard for me to just sit and watch. I'm like up and doing things around. But my kids watching this with her, and then I'm not even 30 minutes in, and I'm crying, and I'm like, holy shit, this woman, Helen, I think it's Helena Bonham Carter, I'll have to look, and then Enola, who cares what their real names are, the mother and the daughter, wow, I just feel such a real deep sense of like, I did some of those things with my daughter. I remember being like, I'm gonna teach her things that I never got to learn, things that I wanted to learn, and not that I was like, oh my God, there's so much stuff. Like, look what she can learn. I was enamored. I was printing out. I mean, this was back before iPhones even, but I was printing out like geometrical shapes for her to look at in her mobile to like stimulate her eyes and to create. I don't know where I got this from. And then I was like, I would, talk to her in my belly. And this is all much more readily available now. But it wasn't really, I don't know, anyway. I was doing that, and I decided that I was going to also speak sign language to her. I don't know why that either, but I was like, oh, we'll do some sign languaging with her, and I was just so excited to be a mother. I was so excited to be a mother. And, bring this little girl, and but I was just playing house. And now I'm looking at this so much more profoundly in that I was also just going along in a prescribed life. It's like, this is just what we do. It's gonna get married, and then we're gonna have some kids, and then we get a job, and we're gonna build a life together. We're gonna be fucking happy. We're gonna go on vacations, and we're gonna have the best birthday parties for our kids. We're gonna take them camping. We're gonna love them, and then it's all gonna be so fucking great, right? It's gonna be so great. Yeah. So anyway, I was watching this, and I'm like, oh wow. When her and I watched this together, I was like, oh, my daughter is, I taught her, or I made it available for her to learn these awesome skills that I'm like, oh my God, I'm amazed at you. Like, I never knew how to do any of that. And I know that I've done things that my mother didn't know how to do. And so we're all evolving. But let's let go of the leashes of involvement. You know, like, let's take the leash off of women and boys, all of us, and let us just be creative and like, wow, this is the way I did it when I was a kid, but I bet things could be totally, really fucking different for you. And let's figure out new and fun and exciting ways. And I just wish I could do that. And I can do that. And let's all do that now. Let's all do that now. Let's make our kids find some their own intuition now. They like tapping into their own knowing, their own intuition, their own way of knowing. So I look at this, my daughter, she's telling friends today, I was like, oh, this poor girl. She is graduating with like honors. She is an academic. She's a smart, intelligent woman. Like a double major. She loves learning. She likes learning. I mean, she pushes herself, and I pushed her. I could go into all of that. Like, I got caught up in it. Like, we gotta get her to the best school, and she's gotta get grades, you gotta do your homework, and you gotta do this, and what? Let's not even go down that rabbit hole today. Because this is the rabbit hole I just was doing when I was like, I gotta make a good little girl. I have to be a good mother, and I have to make a good little girl, make a good woman. And I'm watching this, and this is what it is. It's systemic. It's just passed down. It's passed down. This girl's like, her mother was teaching her life skills, plants, medicine, how to play, how to protect, how to fiercely defend herself, how to learn, how to be knowledgeable, how to be sexy, how to be fun and sophisticated, but be you. She was teaching her daughter that. And then these men try to come in, and they're like, you're not being a lady. You need to go to a boarding school and slap yourself together and make us proud. And I'm watching, and I'm like, now watching this in horror. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I didn't have that. I didn't have somebody coming in and being like, you're going off to a boarding school, and we're gonna make you wear this and look this way and act this way, and then you have to marry this person. And I watched Brave last night too. Oh my God, so you can see why I'm emotional. Brave, this little fierce, red-headed, fiery little girl, and she's, she just wants to go shoot arrows and frolic through the woods and ride on the back of her horse, and they're like, you have to get prim and proper so that you can be betrothed to one of these people that we don't know. Good luck. I mean, what the fuck? And it's just like, no, that's just the way it is. It's just the prescribed life. Here you go. You can add your own flair, right? It's like making a fucking memory book. Like, we'll give you all the sparkle and the flair and all the bedazzle, and you can do whatever you want with it, but like, this is what you're doing. This is the path you're going down. And oh God damn it. Anyway. I'm so I'm so grateful that my daughter is evolving. She has evolved way past me this morning as I'm, still fiddling around in my 50s trying to figure out, wow, that doesn't feel right to me. That person is treating me very disrespectfully, but gosh, I kind of, maybe I should, I really need their help, but and I don't want to be rude. And now I've accepted the gift, and I'm just like, what would Riley do? If Riley called me right now and was in the same predicament with a guy or a friend or something, and she was like, Mom, this person is doing, and she told me the story that I'm reacting in my head or, ruminating in my head about, if she told me that story, I would be like, honey, first of all, I think, thank you for asking me. And second, now that you've said it out loud, do you know the answer yourself? And third, like, tell him, her, whatever, to go fuck off. Because you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to put up with that. You don't have to succumb to that. And no, that doesn't make you rude. It doesn't make you rude to advocate for yourself, to be like, oh, no, thank you. No, thanks. And I'm like, oh, I think that's the advice that I would give to my daughter. So can I take that? Can I do that for myself? Yeah. So I was like, what would Riley do? What would Riley do? I know what she would do, and I know what she would tell me to do. And if I'm gonna make Riley proud, and then I'm gonna make myself proud. I'm gonna put my big girl empowered sovereign pants on, and even though this is gonna, cause a little riff and create some more drama and cost me some more cash, I gotta make this decision, because the cost of my dignity and the cost of my my own self-integrity, my own ability to look myself in the eyeballs and say, well, I compromised because I didn't want to make waves. I didn't want to ruffle any feathers, and that was generous, so I should just be grateful for what I got, right? I should just be grateful for what I got. I don't want to teach my daughter that. I don't want to teach my daughter to say that to anyone ever. Ever. I want her to feel and know that the decisions that she's making are right with her. And same for my son. I mean, I could be the mother of a son, and boy, I'll save that one for another day. Whew. Well, very snotty, and I'm very, I just really wanted to capture this. This is for me, but I want to share it because I know other moms out there will, might, maybe, probably resonate. There's probably one or two of you out there that know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You have your own flavor. You've got your own bedazzled vision book, I'm sure. All right. Toodles. I think I'm gonna go put some lotion on, smoke a bowl, and get back to crying with Enola Holmes.